Hey everyone, this is Jenny, the garden designer. So there are quite a few different nutrients that we could discuss when it comes to fertilizers and what plants need. We're going to keep this simple and discuss the big three, which are nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, also referred as NPK. All of these nutrients do a lot of different things to help plants. Once again, just trying to keep this really simple. So we're just going to discuss, a couple of the main benefits for the sake of this video. So nitrogen, you can associate that with just lush green leaves. It really helps to promote healthy greenery, healthy foliage. Phosphorus is known for big blooms, flowers, helping with the fruiting or flowering of different plants. And potassium is known for helping with the roots. It's kind of like an overall, helps with a lot of different things, but specifically here we're discussing it for its benefits with helping to encourage strong root development. Every fertilizer will have a different ratio of these three nutrients. And you can find this information on the bag. So for this one right here, you can see that the ratio is 3:5:6. So that means it has 3% nitrogen, 5% phosphorus, and 6% potassium. You'll also find on the back of the bag that it gives you a little bit more information regarding that ratio. So the first fertilizer that I'm going to show you is for palms. And you'll see that it actually talks about, green foliage, and it also talks about the root system. That's what this fertilizer is advertising that it is good for. And you'll notice that the ratio is 8:4:8. What it's showing is that it is going to be heavy in nitrogen and potassium, right? That's what they're focusing on here, which makes sense based off of the description of the green foliage helping with that and helping with the root system. So 8% nitrogen, 4% phosphorus, and 8% potassium. They aren't providing as much phosphorus here because this isn't a fertilizer that's meant to focus on flowering plants, right? Now, on the other end of the spectrum, we have this orchid fertilizer. What you'll see here is a ratio of 11:35:15. Make sure you guys can see that. So this is very heavy in phosphorus, which is for flowers, which totally makes sense here because that is what they're advertising. It's a bloom enhancement. So there are lots of different ratios, lots of different fertilizers, but I just wanted to, kind of give you guys a quick rundown on those three nutrients. Like I said, too, they do tons of other things aside from what we are discussing. So feel free to do your research there, but just to kind of help you guys better understand and navigate, what all of that information means on those bags for you. Okay, so now let's discuss the different forms that fertilizer comes in. So you'll find fertilizer in both liquid form and granular form. This one here is a liquid fertilizer. Liquid fertilizers typically offer a quick boost to your plants. You're going to see the difference in your plants rather immediately, but they can burn your plants. So you want to be careful with how much liquid fertilizer you give them and always make sure that you're following the instructions. So for this one, it says mix 1 capful in 1 gallon of water. I actually do more water than that. So I'll mix one capful of this with 2 gallons of water, and it works great. But yeah, this is kind of like a quick boost if you, especially for annuals and things like that. If you just are looking to have a big display of flowers and you want to give your, plants that extra boost, give them a little bit of liquid fertilizer. It'll do the trick. It doesn't last as long in the soil. So like I said, it's quick. Doesn't, provide long-term benefits to your plants, but if you're just looking to put on a show, you can go ahead and feed them some of that. Just be careful to dilute it per the instructions. Okay, so the next type of fertilizer that we have is granular. Lots of different brands. This is just the one that I happen to have. I'll let you guys take a look at it. So just some of it just fell on the floor. But essentially with this fertilizer, it is slow release. There's no diluting or anything like that, right? You're just sprinkling it on your plants, or in the soil, I should say. The nice thing about this fertilizer is it's slow release, which means it's going to feed your plants over a longer period of time. Most advertise at least like 6 months. So you're not going to see like this immediate, difference in your plants, but it's just going to slowly, release once again like those nutrients over time in smaller doses to your plants. Now you can use both a granular fertilizer and a liquid fertilizer together on your plants. You don't have to though. So if you're just wanting to keep things simple, just go with the granular fertilizer. It's gonna do the job and you don't have to worry about the liquid and diluting and doing all of that stuff. A granular fertilizer is going to, work for you much longer. It's something that you can just kind of throw on and just forget about it for half a year. Definitely recommend it if you are new to gardening, because as I said earlier, liquid fertilizer can burn your plants if you're not diluting correctly. All right, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed that quick video on fertilizer. There is so much that we could have covered, but I wanted just to give you a quick highlight, like a fertilizer 101 for beginners. If you do have any additional questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. And until next time, keep watching, keep growing.